This is your homework helper, Mrs. Anderson. Today I will help you with lesson 3, two-digit dividends. All right, we're going to look at this one for practice. If I have 87 divided by 6, then I put 87 in a division box, and I'm going to divide by 6. So 6 is my divisor. I start by looking at the tens column here, and I ask myself how many times 6 will go into 8. 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, 12 is going to be too much, so I'm going to do 6 times 1. 1 times 6 is 6, and now I'll subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Okay, I have the tens column done, so now I'm going to bring the 7 down, the ones column. Now I have the number 27. So I'll ask myself, how many times does 6 go into 27? 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. So 6 times 5 is too much. So I'll do 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And now I'll subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. And 2 minus 2 is 0. My remainder is 3. So I write a capital R and then the number 3. All right, let's practice some of these down here that you have. All right, I'm going to do this one for you. Number 2. 7 goes into 9. Excuse me. 7 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. So now I'll subtract. 9 minus 7 is 2. And I'll bring the 6 down. 7 times what number will get me close to 26? 7 times 3 is 21. And 7 times 4 is 28, which would be too much. So 7 times 3 is 21. I'll subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5. 2 minus 2 is 0. And my remainder is 5. Okay. You can watch this more than once to remember the steps. I'll do one more on this page. Let's do 72 divided by 6 equals n. Now, I want to find out what n is. So what I'll do is put 72 divided by 6 in a division box and then figure it out. 6 will go into 7 one time. And 7 minus 6 is 1. Now I bring down the 2. 6 goes into 12 2 times. So I put 2 right here, and 2 times 6 is 12. When I subtract, I get 0, so I don't have a remainder. The answer is 12. N equals 12. Okay, you'll do the same thing on those others. All right, number 7. A book has 5 chapters and a total of 90 pages. If each chapter has the same number of pages, how many pages are in each chapter? I underline this part because it's the same number of pages. We call that equal groups. That means I'm going to either multiply or divide. And we know, okay, our total is 90, and we're going to divide by 5 to find out how many pages are in each chapter. Okay, I need to rewrite that so that I'll have room on top of my division box to write the answer. The quotient. 5 goes into 9. Let's see. I can't go 2 times because then that would be 10, so only 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. When I subtract 9 minus 5, I get 4. Now I can bring down the 0. Now I ask myself, how many times will 5 go into 40? Well, 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 8 is 40. So that'll be right on. 8 times 5 is 40. And when I subtract, I get 0, so I don't have a remainder. The answer is 18. There are 18 pages in each chapter. Okay. Caitlin divides a bag of fruit snacks with 4 friends. She divides the 89 snacks equally. How many fruit snacks does each person receive? How many fruit snacks will be left over? Okay, so on that one, We're going to go. There's 89 snacks. And looking at this, Caitlin divides a bag of fruit snacks with 4 friends. I think that means that she's part of it. Like she's having one also. So we're going to say 5. Okay, 5 will go into 8 one time. When I subtract, I get 3. Bring down the 9. 5 will go into 39 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. When I subtract, I get 4 left over. So it says, how many fruit snacks will each person receive? Everyone will receive 17, sorry. And how many fruit snacks will be left over? I'm going to use a semicolon, and then I'll say 4 snacks left over. Okay. Let's look at the last ones here. Chet is camping with his after-school club. They have 9 tents and 72 people. The same number of campers will be in each tent. How many campers will be in each tent? We're just going to look at the numbers and divide. Isaiah helped pick 72 bananas on the weekend. There was a total of 6 people picking bananas. If they each picked an equal number of bananas, how many bananas did each person pick? Go ahead and do a division problem there. A box of granola bars has 26 bars. If 7 friends split the bars equally, how many bars will be left? So you'll need to do the division, but then see what the remainder is to see how many will be left. Thanks for watching this homework video. Feel free to ask me questions if tomorrow at school.